Let's say, purely hypothetically, you messed up so badly that your only option left is to vanish. It's 4:52 a.m., you're sitting in a cheap motel, and you have exactly 1 hour to make a decision. You can't go back home, you can't call your friends, and you certainly can't show up to work on Monday. In the modern world, disappearing completely sounds impossible, but people do it every day. If you want to successfully vanish off the grid and start over in another country, you need a plan. And rule number one of disappearing is simple. Sever the digital leash before it strangles you. Every device you own is currently screaming your exact latitude and longitude to the cloud. So before you take a single step toward the border, your phone has to go. Simply turning your phone off isn't enough. Modern devices can still broadcast signals even when powered down. You throw your phone into a metal-lined Faraday pouch, blocking every signal, or toss it in the river. Smartwatches, Bluetooth headphones, and modern car keys with tracking chips, all left behind in the motel trash. Next comes your digital breadcrumb trail. Credit cards, debit cards, and banking apps. The second you swipe a credit card at a gas station, a ping hits a server with your exact location. From this moment on, you exist on a cash-only economy. Physical, untraceable paper currency is the lifeblood of anyone trying to travel under the radar. Now that you're digitally dark, you have to deal with anyone who might come looking for you. People don't just disappear into thin air. They leave clues, so you need to give them the wrong clues. You use your last remaining digital access to buy a non-refundable bus ticket heading east. You search online for cheap apartments in Miami and leave the browser tab open on a public computer. Then, while everyone thinks you're heading to Florida, you hop in a cheap, used car bought with cash and drive west. This misdirection buys you the most valuable resource you need right now: time. While investigators waste days checking CCTV in Miami, you're already 3 states away. As you travel toward the border, you need to adopt the golden rule of survival. Become the gray man. Movie spies wear fancy suits and sunglasses, but in real life, flashy clothes make people remember you. You want to look so completely average, boring, and normal that nobody could describe your face 5 minutes later. No bright colors, no unique tattoos on display, no loud conversations, and no eye contact. You blend into the background like paint on a wall. When buying food or gas, pay with exact change so you don't stall the cashier. Your goal is 0 memorable interactions on your way to the edge of the country. Eventually, you reach the biggest obstacle in your journey: the international border. Official international border checkpoints are high-tech traps designed specifically to catch people on the run. Automated facial recognition cameras scan every driver's face, matching it against government databases in seconds. Trying to use a fake passport at an airport or border bridge is a high-risk gamble you're bound to lose. So, how do fugitives actually cross without triggering an alarm? They bypass checkpoints entirely, using green borders, vast stretches of wilderness, riverways, or ocean. It requires physical endurance, navigation skills, and extreme patience. Crossing a remote border means traveling light, moving at night, and avoiding main roads. You rely on paper topographic maps and a magnetic compass. No GPS allowed. Some people use maritime routes, hiring local fishermen with cash to take them across coastal waters. Others spend days trekking through dense forest trails, braving cold nights and rough terrain. Thermal imaging drones and border patrols sweep these areas, so staying beneath thick canopy cover is vital. It's slow, exhausting, and dangerous, but after 72 agonizing hours, you step out of the tree line. You've officially entered a new country, totally undetected. Congratulations, you made it across. But this is where the real challenge begins. You are now a ghost in a country where you have no legal status, no paper trail, and no identity. You can't walk into a bank and open an account, and you certainly can't sign a modern rental lease. If you try to live in a major city, camera surveillance and digital infrastructure will eventually catch up to you. To survive long-term without getting caught, you have to head even further away from civilization. You need an off-grid location where people ask few questions and cash is still king. It's time to build your permanent off-grid sanctuary. A place hidden far past where the pavement ends and no one knows your name. Living off the grid isn't just about hiding. It's about becoming completely self-sufficient. You need power, but connecting to a local electric grid creates a paper trail and monthly utility bills. Instead, you set up a low-profile solar array tucked under tree branches, or a tiny hydroelectric generator in a stream. For water, you bypass municipal pipes completely, tapping into a natural mountain spring or gravity-fed rain collection. For food, you plant a secluded vegetable garden with high-calorie crops like potatoes, squash, and beans. You learn to preserve food for winter through canning, smoking meat, and root cellar storage. Piece by piece, you build a lifestyle that requires zero connection to the outside world. Now that you're set up, there are 3 golden rules you can never break if you want to stay hidden. Rule number 1, total digital blackout forever. The temptation to look up old friends or check social media on a burner phone will be strong. But the moment you log into an old account, even once, the algorithm flags your IP address instantly. Rule number 2, never stay in one place if you get too comfortable. If local villagers start asking too many questions about where you came from, it's time to move on. And rule number 3, maintain your cover story at all times. You're not a fugitive. You're just a quiet, eccentric writer who likes the quiet mountain air. Months turn into years, and the memory of your old life slowly fades away. Nobody is looking for you anymore. As far as the modern world is concerned, you cease to exist at 4:52 a.m. in that motel room. You traded the noise, traffic, stress, and mistakes of your past life for total, unbroken silence. It's a simple life. You chop wood, tend your garden, watch the sunset, and listen to the wind. You have no credit score, no inbox notifications, and no digital footprint whatsoever. Vanishing isn't easy, and it certainly isn't for everyone, but if you ever need to hit the ultimate reset button, now you know how it's done, hypothetically, of course.